Okay. I know that's all working. Let me make sure everything is working. Ah, Blue Jays are winning. Nice. I should probably have put that on. Whatever. Who was it? Who did it? How are we, What? Reached on air to third. Okay. I don't know. I'll have to watch back the highlights. Anyways, let me go see if the volume's working for the stream. And then we're good. Then we're good for me to yap for about 15 or so minutes. Okay. And the microphone is working. All right, let's hop into it. Yeah, that was it. Okay. I want to actually flip these. Hold on. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. Now we're good. Okay. We'll do that. Hit refresh. I really don't need to be on camera for this, but we are now. There we go. Stream is up. Analytics. We're good. Okay. Now I'll open the chat here. And then you guys let me know what defensive players that I should be taking and which ones I'm missing out on right now. And we will, of course, see how people react to doing defense only. So, all right, without further ado, pretty much right at 5 on the dot. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the CollingsThodeNetwork. We have our weekly Carolina Panthers mock draft. Of course, I'm going to be bringing in maybe a piece or two before the draft. Maybe in this episode, we hop right into it. Now, you might notice I'm wearing the Panthers jersey. I'm wearing the 15. You might be saying to yourself, 15 Panthers? Who is that? Yeah, it's Jonathan Mingo. It's a Mingo day today. It's just, if you're a Panther fan, you know exactly what that feels like. Just today is a Mingo day. So here we go. We have the Panthers mock draft. We're going to do defense only. As I talk about this, I'm going to restructure Taylor Moton's contract. And that's going to be it. I'm not going to re-sign anyone. That's going to be it. I don't even know what to do. If we need to bring anyone in, maybe another, maybe a guy. No, we're not going to do anything. You know what? This is just a mock draft. No free agency. Hopefully you didn't skip forward in the video because we're just going to hop right into it. So I will say, hopefully you've clicked here. Actually, you know what? For the sake of the video, we'll click here. I'm going to click pause, and then we'll do a little exposition dump. And then we'll talk about it. So if you're here at the mock draft, you've been following along, or you haven't, maybe this is your first time. Usually I'd be drafting regular, but last week I did offense only, and it was a ton of fun. I loved seeing who the potential picks for the Panthers could be at each offensive position as we go through the draft. And so I'm going to do that again today, but for defense. So keep in mind, this isn't realistic. This isn't what the Panthers are going to do in the slightest in this draft. But let it be a way to tell you that if we are looking defense, this might be who we pick. So let me know in the comments who you think I should be picking here. And before I get into this, I want to let you know if you're on the CollingsThode Network, if you are listening to me yap, well, you can listen to me yap live in Pittsburgh for the NFL Draft. Yes, the first and second and third rounds. Me and Nolan here of the CollingsThode Network will be in Pittsburgh. So subscribe, hit the bell icon. You're not going to want to miss a single video. We're going to be interviewing people down at the Fan Fest. We're going to be making a few podcast episodes from in our hotel room. We'll be live reacting to all of the picks. I might even live stream it. We'll see if my data... that might be a very expensive trip for me, but it might be a very fun trip that you will probably want to see a little bit from it. So subscribe to the CollingsThode Network, hit like on this video so you keep getting notified about our videos and that bell icon. So let's hop right into it. Again, defense only. This is the draft. I'm going to pause it and go back through the draft afterwards just to see what's up. As first, it goes Mendoza, Reese, Love at 3, always makes me laugh. Ruben Bain, Tate, Lomu, Tyson, McCoy, Bailey, Styles, Maioa, Freeling. We see David Bailey. I love that pick for the Chiefs. Love that. Jordan Tyson. I love that for Washington too. Freeling, Delane, Terrell, Thieneman, Cassie, Downs, Lemon. which means usually here I'd be drafting Kenyon Sadiq. But we're doing defense only, so we're going to stick to it. I'm going to go probably Kendrick Falk here, bringing a star edge in the first round. I do like Peter Woods, and I have been hearing people say Peter Woods would be a perfect fit on this team. Not the hugest dude for the defensive line, but 6'2", 300 pounds. People are saying that he next to Derek Brown would be so good, it would force so much attention on the interior of our line that it would make it so guys like Falk, guys like Nick Scorton could break through and get the big sacks. But I don't know how much I believe that. Instead, I'm going to go with Kendrick Falk, 6'6", 276. I mean, he looks like he's going to be a beast, and he looks like he's going to be the real deal. So that's what we're going to go with here. We're going to add another player to the edge room. And if the Panthers are looking at defense first round, especially with who's being taken, Kendrick Falk has to be the guy. But let me know. Of course, this is one of those places where I want you to let me know in the comments what you would have been doing. Of course, I'm also not making any trades. We're sticking to the Panthers' original picks. Next week, we are going to make a ton of trades. We're going to try to load up. We're going to try to make the best team possible. But for this one, I want you to be telling me in the comments at what pick you think we should be going defensively here that first round. Maybe you like one of those D tackles a little bit more than I do. Here's where we have a good discussion here. Of course, AJ, Halky? He looks good. He looks darn good, especially as starting safety. Y'all know I love myself some Anthony Hill Jr. I think he's going to be a star. Same with Cassius Howell down here. I really like Cassius Howell. But we haven't gone safety yet, and in that first round, if we're going edge, I don't think we need linebacker. Of course, we do need linebacker. I don't really want Trevin Wallace being our starting linebacker every single day next to Floyd. It would be nice to have a star next to Floyd, but I think Wallace could hold his own for maybe one more year. I think AJ Halky. I think AJ is going to be the guy, especially given the Panthers and their need for safety. Because keep in mind, we have Latham Ransom, who I love, but he's a strong safety playing behind Trayvon Moehrig. And Trayvon Moehrig is a Pro Bowl level safety. He is an all-pro in my mind, but not for the voters. It's hard to argue for Nick Scott now to be the final piece. Now, I do hear a lot of people saying we need a new, a new nickel corner or it was a new nickel corner because Shao Smith-Wade is not good enough. And who was saying it? I feel horrible because I'm disrespecting them, but they were saying we need one more corner, maybe a safety that could fill in that spot. I really like Will Lee. Texas A&M had an impressive season. Of course, Ohio State. I mean, you can't go wrong with Ohio State players. But, we'll keep looking. I am looking fully at cornerback here for this third pick. Although I do like Darrell Jackson. I do like Joshua Josephs, but I want to take a cornerback here. I do like Bud Clark, too. But I feel like that's a bit of a reach. I feel like Will Lee being here is incredible. I've never really seen Will Lee at this spot before, but he's incredible. He's 6'2", 189. Looks like he'd be perfect to pair with our guys. Of course, we will look at Davison. Igbonism. We're going to look at Davison here. Ohio State guy, of course, very good. There were flaws. Over-reliance on physicality, very penalty-prone, very similar to Latham Ransom. This is not a guy that we want to pair with Trayvon Moehrig. We want a guy more like potentially Will Lee. Definitely Will Lee. So we're going to do it. Will Lee out of Texas A&M, but let me know if you disagree, if you think there's someone else that would be better there as a special guest appearance on the show. My dad's calling me. Hello, Dad. Welcome to the CollingsThodeNetwork. You're here on the live mock draft. Who should I be picking in the fourth round?
I have no idea.
Well, we're looking at potentially Lewis Moore, but I've already gone safety. We have a couple defensive tackles that look good. We'll see. I'll get back to you on that one. How about that?
Okay, I look forward to hearing it.
All righty, that was a little appearance from one of the moderators of the show, one of our special commenters, our very own Dave Collings in the chat, aka my dad. Shout out to him. I'll be talking with him afterwards as here we are in the fourth pick in the fourth round. We've gone edge, safety, corner. Feel like we either have to go linebacker or we have to go defensive tackle. based on what we've already done, but we don't really have to do that because we're kind of just picking BPA defensively. It's hard not to go with Conga, though. I really like Lewis Moore. I've drafted Lewis Moore before. I really like Perkins as well out of LSU. Big boy. 230, 225. But I think I'm going to go Conga as a defensive tackle. Guy that redshirted, scarcely played, but I don't know. He's big. He looks elite. I've seen some film of him. Of course, it's Louisville, so I'm not going to sit here and say I know all about him. It's Louisville. I've been watching a lot more of teams like Indiana, teams like LSU. But I think I'm going to give it a shot, and let me know if this is a wrong pick, Rene Conga. I'm going to go do more film research on him, too, because this is my first time picking him, and legitimately, I'm getting myself excited. I think the potential of Conga next to Derek Brown will open up the floodgates for a guy like Phillips and Nick Scorton. Now I'm going to go back to trying to pick best player available. Maybe also trying to pick some scheme fit. I mean, Thaddeus Dixon's from North Carolina. We're not picking him. He's just one of my guys. I really like looking at Kendall Daniels here, a linebacker. The only linebacker that's really up here other than Jack Kelly out of BYU. But part of me says that it kind of has to be. I've gone everything else, and I also, looking at best player available here, there's no real big difference in this Kendall Daniels out of Oklahoma versus any of those other guys. You could say a 10-point difference there, but I don't know. I like me some Kendall Daniels. And now, again, 4th round, we got Trevin Wallace in the 3rd. These are boom or bust guys. He could potentially bust, but I think the chance of him being our next starting linebacker, we take that chance. So, welcome aboard, Kendall Daniels. Of course, we have 2 picks in a row here in the 5th round. Which means that I could go get Nick Barrett, South Carolina. It makes sense, South Carolina. There's that connection. Another nose tackle. We could use nose tackle. I didn't mind Bobby Brown last year. I didn't mind some of our guys that we threw in there. But if we could have more help there, I think that's going to be more important to us than corner. I think it's going to be more important to us than edge, and especially more than safety at this point. So welcome above, Nick Barrett. This is going to be one of those BPA based on ranking here, but I mean, another one of those big boys. Now we're coming up to our last pick in the draft. Make sure you don't go anywhere, as we are going to have a standings prediction, a season prediction. We're going to see what that record becomes at the end of the day. So for our last pick, I mean, Lander Barton, I know the name. Prestigious 4-star recruit. TJ Hall, also a guy I know the name. We got Vincent Anthony. I'm leaning linebacker here. I want to go linebacker late, but I know a lot of cornerbacks can be pretty good guys late in the draft. But at the end of the day here, I am going to go Lander Barton. I like his size. I like the potential that he could become a guy next to Devin Lloyd. But if not, who cares? We have Trevin Wallace. And I've taken one other shot in this draft. But looking at my picks, edge, we have Phillips, we have Scorton, we have Princely. I would love to go another one just to shore up that room. But we don't need to go more than one in this draft. Same with safety. We need one, maybe two, considering I really don't like Nick Scott. But the rest of these positions I'm feeling pretty good about. We're going to go Lander Barton. And then again, stick around. Make sure you watch to the next part of the video, as we're going to see how this team does, how our Panther team does. I literally only added rookies in this video too. So it is just the roster that we are running into next season with at this point. So nothing crazy, nothing unexpected. If they disrespect us for a billionth time, I guess I won't be surprised because it's been so regular. And again, if you are here, don't skip forward because I got to let you know about our Pittsburgh trip. Yes, at the draft, I'm going to be there. Nolan's going to be there. I'm going to be looking for as many Carolina Panther fans as I can. So if you know you're going to be there and you're watching this, meet up. I'll ask you some questions. We'll test your knowledge and whatnot. And I really think it's going to be a good time. I think it's going to make for some great content. So here we go. We made the playoffs. Yes. Woo! We did it. Oh my goodness. The defense only draft is where we make the playoffs. Buffalo and wow, the Jets 9-8 in this one. Miami 1-16. Holy moly. We got the Bears being absolutely awful. That's probably not going to happen. Oh my goodness. Tampa Bay 11-6. Atlanta 10-7. Us 10-7. The Saints 5-12. We are one of the 2 teams with a positive point differential. It's been very consistent by giving us a point differential as positive. That means they think we're a good team. Let's see. Who else is crazy? Denver, KC. Yeah, 1-16 for Arizona. It is pretty normal. Other than that, let's look at the draft order here as, we're the second last team in. Woo. Close call. We got in over Seattle. It was also 10-7. I don't know how it works, especially on this website, but we're in the playoffs. This team, we'll see what they can do here. So I'm going to click simulate, and we'll see what happens. We win. We win the first round. We lose to San Fran in the second, as San Fran gets revenge over Kansas City in the Super Bowl. So that was a ton of fun. My defensive draft, it went a lot better than I was expecting, and probably you too. So if you did enjoy it, hit subscribe, hit the bell icon. You're not going to want to miss any content from the Pittsburgh trip coming up. It's going to be huge for the channel. It's just going to be huge in general. I'm going to have a fun time at the end of the day. So hit that subscribe button. And as always, this has been Curtis. Peace.